You give people a chance, and this is what they do. Are you kidding me? Are you serious? Guys.
See, I've heard of sleeping on the job, right? I've heard of smashing people from work. I've even heard of smashing at work. I've heard of a lot. The one thing I have never heard of, never in my life, is cuddling on the job, inside the job, on the production floor. Never heard of nothing like that. Cass throughout this space will talk about how women is your biggest downfall. It could be your biggest downfall. Like, this is just flat out stupidity. You got a problem if you decide to cuddle under the fucking supplies or whatever at your job. You got a fucking problem. This is freaky bum shit.
When you stop taking all of the drugs and steroids and everything that you do, if like your wife was like, Togi, I really want you to stop abusing drugs and steroids.
No, and never change for a girl. And this is important. This is very important because Sarah has fallen in love with me for me. The steroid addict, gambling addict, cocaine addict. If you ever switch for a girl, she's gonna fall out of love with you and bang a black man immediately.
First thing I'm gonna say, and this is real, there are a lot of white men who are obsessed with black men's cocks. That's the first thing. The second thing, he's right. The funny thing is, when it comes to women, it's like they try to test you and do all these things. They call them congruence tests as far as some people call them shit tests. Some people who are not familiar with any of the pickup lingo or the space, they'll say cutting down or tearing down. They try to tear you down and all that shit. They're trying to transform you into a dude that they don't like.
At that age, I didn't know how to say no. I just literally didn't know how to say no. I want to say like 2 months that I shot, I would go home and I would call my friend Stephanie and cry and be like, bro, like I want to myself. I can't do this anymore. They want me to do like this disgusting shit. Like the next day I have to like do this like hardcore scene. I can't do it. And I would have panic attacks. My agent would be like, do you want to do it tomorrow? And I'd be like, yes, thank you so much for the work. I'm so happy to be working with these people. I love this so much. But inside I was dying. Yeah. And I would call my friends having panic attacks like, oh my God, I have to do this tomorrow. I just feel like a lot of girls, you know, on like a whole scale down, 18, 17, 16, you know, even some girls in their 20s, like they don't have the self-confidence to say no to things. And I feel like even on a lower level, just say like a guy is pressuring you to like sleep with them or go on a date with them and you don't really like the guy. Like it's hard to say no. Like, do you remember being younger and feeling like that?
Yeah, no, I remember having my taken from me. And honestly, this is like a really dark story.
Now, see, I got a few things to say about this clip. Let's go shallow first. So it's definitely possible that that is how she felt. She felt like she couldn't say no and she was doing things that she didn't want to do. But the thing that you're not going to see is accountability, because this podcast is an old podcast. It's just deluxe victimhood. That's all it is. No accountability for the things that she chose to do. Now, once we get past that, we're going to go to a deeper layer. Men, avoid women like this. If you can pick up from any conversation that she is somebody who is a pushover, or she's like one of these, oh yeah, I was a victim, just all of that shit, don't stick around. Don't try to pursue her further, because you're going to be the next attacker, the next villain, the next antagonist in her motherfucking story, the next predator, even though she gave you consent, even though you didn't do shit. This is how dudes end up with false allegations, because of women like this who can't take responsibility for their own actions, who don't have the ability to set boundaries, or even in some cases, they just like to be the victim, and they get in situations like this and cry crocodile tears and create a whole fake narrative about what actually happened and how they actually felt. Because over the course of time, they regretted their actions. The regret began to build up, and now it's time to create a victimhood narrative, right? It's time to create a victim narrative to vilify the people or the person that you are no longer dealing with and misrepresent the situation. So we're still on the same layer, on that same layer. That is why I do not believe in being very persistent as a man. Being very persistent as a man. We could do all this, oh man, this white guy's doing approach. We could do all of that. But at the end of the day, if you want women, you're going to have to pursue women and initiate the contact. That's how it's going to go for most guys. But my thing is, any signs of resistance, any signs of no, any rejection, we taking it face value, the first one. We ain't pressing and, oh man, she's giving token resistance. Fuck that shit. Fuck that shit. Because again, that is how you end up with false allegations and bullshit. Now, I'm going to take it to the deepest layer of this. The deepest layer. And I'm talking to black men specifically. These be the white chicks who be like this. It be the white chicks who be like this, crying these crocodile tears, fucking putting all these fake allegations on motherfuckers. I don't care how it sound. From the area that I live in, which is a niggalicious area, most of the fake allegations is coming from white women. Then when we just go around the whole nation, even when it comes to white dudes, like they still even got to catch some of it. We've seen all the football players, right? And entertainers like Kobe Bryant type. We've seen fucking Shannon Sharp. We've seen the fake allegations by white women on black men a million times. Patrice O'Neal even got a story, which I should react to that, from when he was a kid in Boston. And they ran a train on a chick, and then one of the white dudes, he did some funny shit and went and told everybody, and now this is what it comes down to. When it comes to all demographics of women, most of them that actually fuck around, they don't want the scrutiny that comes with fucking around, right? So that's the first layer when it comes to just what's going on with a woman. But when you look at these white women who are capable of this type of shit, they have a different thing going on, to where there may be some racial shame from their community or from their family or whatever the case may be. So it's like the slut shaming along with the race shaming. So to avoid dealing with the scrutiny from their community and their dads and all of that shit, their family, what they will do is they will lie and say you forced yourself on them. They will say that to avoid shame. And when you are in that position, you are cooked, my boy. It's over. Forget about it. The case is not going to go in your favor. The only thing that's going to stop it is, some evidence, some hard evidence as far as video, to where you wasn't even around her this date, or, you see all this flirting and kissing and all of this stuff. Like, it's got to be something as far as some video evidence to go against the claims, possibly even witnesses, but most importantly, her admitting that she's lying. That's really the only thing that's going to get you out of that jail. But this is the last part. And this is why it's so dangerous, because white women's tears activate fucking white man chivalry, and they just want to come in, ape emoji, and just, oh, let's go get the nigga. Ah. So it activates the fury of white civilians, fucking white law enforcement, white judges, white prosecutors, shit. Even your white lawyers like, fuck this coon. So if you wanted a reason to not fuck with white chicks, that's a good reason overall. But even if you do, you especially gotta be careful, and you gotta watch for a lot of different signs, so you can avoid fucking with a bitch like this that is just victimed out, crocodile tears, don't want to take no accountability for the fucking porn industry sluttery that she did and she got paid for, that she indulged in. No, now she is a deluxe victim. Now that the regret has set in, now she wants to tell her story, and everything was bad the whole time. None of it was enjoyable. It was all horrifying, horrible, traumatic. It was so traumatic, but she just kept doing it, dog. It was so traumatic, but the bitch kept doing it. It was so traumatic. Oh, the horror of sucking cocks and getting paid with a smile on your. She had to fake the smile on camera. Like, get the fuck out of here with this shit. Shout out to the cucks that fucking cuffed her and shit like that and fucking impregnated her, all that shit. You fucking cucks. That's it for today, man. I'll catch y'all.
Yeah, how are you? Just check everything out. Trying to help you out a little bit. Okay. Oh shit. You said Cash App, right?
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay, cool.
Cash or Cash App.
Yeah, okay.
I just hate
Oh.
taking cash on people because
Yeah, no, I was gonna bring cash, but then I saw you say Cash App, so I'll just Cash App. That works too.
and those are I'm gonna be honest, I don't really know the names of all the shoes.
Yeah, and I saw there's like
So,
3
I do have
boxes.
those, but I don't really know.
I think it's these, and these, I think. But yeah.
And it's my fault the boxes got thrown away. So he hated when I did that, but I hated when they sat around.
Yeah, they take a lot of space for sure.
We didn't really have any space for it for real.
Yeah. Alright, cool. I'll send you that Cash App. I can just scan the code. You should have just got it. Might take a second or two. Okay, cool. I'm just gonna. Yeah, I'm just
You
gonna.
want me to help you take them out?
Yeah, I was gonna put some of these in the box, so
Okay, yeah, that's fine.
you could probably do this in one trip. Drop one.
Yeah, I was gonna keep them for my son, but I'm like, I don't even know what they'll look like. He's only somewhere.
Oh yeah, it's probably got some time. Probably growing to them now. I appreciate you.
You're welcome.
Have a good one.
A lot of the dudes in the comments on this video is like, oh, you fumbled. Oh, you should have got on that. No, he shouldn't have. No, he shouldn't have. She's selling her ex-boyfriend's shoe collection. That's a red flag within itself. We don't know what type of boyfriend she had. It could even be her baby dad. But the thing is, we got to keep it a bean. The chick is in the projects. She's in the projects. Is she fine? I'm not going to sit here and cap. Yeah, she fine. She a vape smoker, all that shit that I don't like. And she just gives off hoe. You can't tell me that she's not a hoe. So, yeah, he probably could have cracked. He probably could have got in there. He probably could have, got her number, whatever the case may be. Smoked some dro with her, whatever the case. I said dro, like we in 1997 or some shit. But everybody ain't at the same place in life. I'm at a place in life to where I've done my hood rat shit. I'm not fucking with no hood rats for the rest of my life. You got to be some top tier bad shit for me to even consider it. And if I do fuck you, I'm not fucking you in the projects. Period, point blank. Now, if you a young dude, if you wild and all that shit, and that's what you into and that's what you want to do, you could do that. But you got to understand the risks that come with fucking a chick like this in a place like this.
Receive $10 million or your nigga receive 100 million?
Receive 10 million. My man received 100 million because he gonna give me some. What you mean?
That's that nigga like that? What you think?
Give me my 10. That's that. Yeah. How much for the nigga? 100. But okay. He probably lied, tell you he got 2, if even a million. Right? Yeah. Give me my money.
This is a perfect example of how a female friend will sabotage an entire relationship. Because the first thing she thought was, as far as the woman who has a boyfriend, give it to my man. Even though she might not have a boyfriend, but she has a healthy outlook as far as trusting her man to give her some money. And that's probably, the experience she's had in her life with dudes, to where it's like, okay, she has positive experiences as far as dudes paying for things or providing. The other woman, not so much. So she says, give me the 10 million. Give me the 10 million. And it's possible you could correlate this to the feminism, I don't need no man, independent mindset, mantras and all of that stuff. But she's likely single and probably has bad experiences with men when it comes to money. Probably gave one of her exes a lot of money. But I think the most important thing about this clip is how easily a woman was swayed and influenced by her friend from doing something positive as far as getting 100 million into bad faith, negative, oh man, your dude is going to lie to you about how much, just trying to paint a bad scenario. And that made her switch that quick. So if your girl has friends, some are likely not like this, but it's possible she has one of these, watch out.
What can I do with my wife after 36 years to get her to fuck me? And I'm just gonna keep it real. Let me cook for a second. Let me cook for a second. I haven't fucked her in 5 years. I don't want a divorce. She don't want a divorce. I pay all the bills. I take great care of her. I put her in a brand new fucking car every fucking year. You can ask Bambi and my son. But she won't give me no pussy.
I got a question, right? You're a boss, right?
Yes, big boss.
Big boss, right?
Yes, sir.
Well, won't you take that fucking boss behavior to your household? Like, you can't just be a boss in the work world and not let that come home. You pay all of the bills. You're a prisoner of comfortability. I don't want a divorce, but I want pussy. She won't give you pussy. Get her the fuck out of here.
Everything you named about the $3 million a year, about the cars, about her not working, I'm going to tell you something, brother. Man to man, I'm going to look you in your eyes. That make a woman pussy wet. That make a woman want to fuck you. But I need you to understand something. Her sex drive ain't high. If it ain't high in 5 years, she's either got a condition or she's fucking somebody else. That's 5 years. At some point, she wanted sex. It's been 5 years. She wanted sex at least once. She got it. She just didn't get it from you.
We had a really good point now where dudes ain't really pandering. You know, these dudes on the stage are not panderers, and they could put together a show where they sit on stage and don't gotta just pander to women. The first dude who had the mic, who said, you know, you gotta leave your wife and stuff like that. First time I seen that dude, I got a video on here about that dude, and it was the first clip I ever seen of him. I was like, he was talking about astrology and shit. I'm like, oh, this is a pandering nigga. I know he lied to hoes, et cetera, et cetera. Quite the opposite. He really keeps it funky. He keep it all the way 1,000 when it comes to a lot of these situations. Now, as far as dude, it's simple. Like, yeah, like the sexless marriage shit, that shit is asinine, especially if you're a super provider, you're a multimillionaire, you're a millionaire, you paying all the bills. There's no way you do all that and you not getting what you want. Leave.